Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 19th episode of our gaming news podcast, the PackCast. Our hosts today, as always, we have Cool Trainer Camilo, the Janebo, Dan from the Tea Lounge, and myself, Phil Fantastic. And together, we are the Game Pack. This week's topics are, guys, let's be honest. We're just going to talk about the Nintendo Direct from September 4th, 2019. That was last week, and it got some mixed reviews. Some YouTubers were praising it. Others were saying it was the worst Direct we've ever had. And now you're going to hear our opinions on it. So let's just jump right in. One of the biggest stories, the thing that I was the most excited about, I have a reaction for it on my channel. The SNES was added to the Nintendo Online service. Whoa!
Finally,
what are we happy about?
It's on there finally.
Yep, it's very nice. I'm really excited for Puyo Puyo. Oh man, yeah,
you can't even navigate those menus.
Oh, is it all in Japanese? It's all in Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is, but it's kind of fun. Like going in, like playing online with versus. It's fun because like you go in, you think, I don't know what this says, but I'll click on it.
Yep.
And then you kind of have to, on the fly, figure out how to play the mode you just selected.
It's pretty funny.
It's like,
yeah.
Why is this not matching 4 now?
Yeah.
It's like match 8, but there are only 2 colors. What's going on?
It's very confusing. Yeah, it's like not the same game style, and it's in Japanese. So, What are we happy about specifically as in terms of what they gave us? What games are you like, yes, we're so glad we got those games?
Puyo Puyo.
Yoshi's
I
Island.
am so happy about that.
Yoshi's Island, yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Super Mario
more like,
World.
I'm happy it's here, but I think it was so overdue. I'm just like, yay, but like, I'm not like that excited. Like, we knew this was coming kind of thing.
Oh,
so.
you think that the actual SNES like game library was so overdue that you're like not?
Yeah,
as
like
excited
I'm
as you
more
could
like
be?
about time than like,
Oh,
yay.
okay.
I'm surprised how many
Interesting.
they actually dropped at one time. Like I thought it was gonna be
Yeah, me too.
like one trickling.
I thought it was going to be a lot more limited. I thought we'd get like maybe 10. And I
There's
didn't think we were
Didn't
going
we
to
get
so
didn't
many.
we get 20 NES too to start?
Yeah, but I don't know.
That seems
the
like
way they were
the baseline of what they do.
the way they were releasing NES games and with their track record, I thought for sure we were getting like 3, and then it was just gonna.
Oh,
trickle
really?
out.
Wow. I was
And
surprised.
They
Go
did
ahead.
say they're not updating it each month, so who knows what
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think
just
it means they're updating like infrequently. Like they're not
Uh-huh.
tying themselves to, okay, this month you get 2, this month you get 1. It may be like this month you get 2, and then next week you get maybe get 1. And it'll just like come in as they put them in. I don't know. I don't think
Right.
it means less than monthly.
Right.
I guess we'll find out next month.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I don't know what it means. I think it maybe means it's just going to be more random. I think maybe 2 months might go by and we might not see a game. I would not be surprised if that happened. One thing that I was really surprised by is how many bangers they put on at the get-go. Like, they put on Super Mario World, they put on Yoshi's Island, which I was not expecting to be there at the beginning. I thought for sure, since it's the sequel to that game, it would come later. We got Super Metroid and A Link to the Past. And, you know, we had a conversation online that we can talk about now. I consider Super Mario Kart a banger, but
Oh,
we can,
no.
we can get into how wrong you think I am.
I like Super Mario Kart. It's just like you have to play it extremely differently than like the
Yeah.
current Mario Kart.
Absolutely.
It's so pixelated, it's hard to see anything. I can't tell what's going on half the time.
You have to have
Because
them
it's so
memorized
shimmery and
from the
pixely.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have those courses like muscle memory in your brain, I would imagine playing that on a 4K television is impossible.
There's there's some games that like you should play the new iterations of no matter what. Like there's like tennis and soccer on there as well. Like why would you want to play SNES tennis
When you could play FIFA
Yeah, when you
or
can play like
Super
an
Mario
update.
or Strikers. Where's that game? Sorry, that's off topic.
Yeah.
Super Mario Strikers, come back.
There were a lot of bangers, but there are also a lot of not bangers.
Yeah.
F-Zero is on there. That one I remember being a good one.
I cannot get past stage 3. I can't do it. I've tried it many times. When it came out on the SNES Classic, I tried it. When I played it completely legally on a previous console, I couldn't figure out how to get past the third track. I think that game is too hard, and I don't want. Go ahead.
Has anyone played Stunt Race FX yet?
Yes,
Nope.
I have.
That
It's
plays at like 10
trash.
frames a second.
It's I would say 10 is like you're being generous. That game plays so like it feels like it's something's wrong with it. It feels like it's broken. That's probably why it like did it not get released in North America? Is that what they were saying? For the first time they're saying release.
Puyo Puyo was definitely never released in America. I don't know about the stunt racing one.
Mm-hmm. First time released on another console, I think, is maybe what they said. But for good reason. Oh,
Well,
Star
it's like when
Star
Fox
Fox does that what is the chip called? The
Mode
FX
7.
Super FX chip.
No, the Super Effects chip. Mode 7's like a little bit different.
Yeah.
But they both use the Super Effects chip, which allows like the polygons and whatnot. The Star Fox does it pretty well, and it's obviously dated now. But like that's another game that back then was like a 10 out of 10 game, and they gave it to us on day one.
I know it looks bad, but like I'm like, what's the word? Like I'm interested. Like I like looking at like those like proto 3D games because it's just like a cool. I don't know. It's like a cool part of like gaming history.
Totally, yeah, I agree with you.
I don't like Star Fox on the SNES, and I really don't like Star Fox 2.
I've never played a Star Fox game.
Well, now you have it on your Switch, and you give it a shot.
Yep.
For Star Fox, I would say only the first and the 64 ones are good. The other ones are like not that great.
What about Adventures?
I never
That's
played that one, but
that's not
I
a
heard
Star
it's not
Fox
that
game.
Great. Yeah.
Dinosaur Planet? Oh, man.
I think
Definitely
64
not.
is like the best one, and they just kind of stick to that.
What was that other game? Joe and Mac 2?
Oh, I love that game.
That was weird. I did a lot of rewinding.
I played
just to get
I
through.
played Joe and Mac a lot with my sister growing up. We had like the most random games, and we had Joe and Mac for some reason, and I loved them. I love those games. They're so fun.
Anybody use a CRT filter?
No, but I probably should have.
I put on Pixel Perfect.
I tried Pixel Perfect, and I didn't like it. Looked kind of squished. So.
Yeah, I was playing Super Mario World, and Mario was like spazzing out. Like it doesn't look right.
Is there a way to go full screen or like get the bar off the bottom?
No. Oh, at the bottom.
Okay.
You mean the controls?
Yeah.
You could turn that off. You could turn the start button and you
Does
turn
that
off
fill
all
in the
this.
space that
No,
is left?
it just takes away the prompts, but it's
Yeah.
a
So
black bar.
But you could put little curtains on the side.
That's cute.
We are missing a lot of good
So what are we
games,
missing?
though.
What good games are we missing? Let's get a good
Donkey
list
Kong
of that
Country.
going before we... Yes.
Donkey Kong Country,
The whole trilogy is missing.
Mega Man X,
Mega Man X, Super Mario RPG is missing.
Yeah.
Super Mario
I
All
would
Stars.
love Tetris Attack.
Tetris Attack.
I would
Tetris
love,
Attack's
love,
such a
love
good
Tetris
game.
Attack. Playing online with people. Oh my gosh, that would be so nice.
It would be really nice, but there's probably a
Uh,
lot of licensing issues on that one.
Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, what about Mystic Quest? Everyone hates that game, but I would play that game.
Secret
What's-
of Mana.
Oh, yeah, Secret of Mana.
Street
Chrono
Fighter
Trigger?
2.
Chrono
Yeah,
Trigger.
Street Fighter 2. Was Pokemon Puzzle League on SNES?
No, it's on Game.
No,
That was on
N64.
N64 and Game
Oh.
Boy.
Okay, because
Game
that's
Boy
basically Tetris Attack. Okay.
You can get that on the 3DS Virtual Console if you're interested.
But I already have Tetris Attack on SNES and Game Boy.
Kirby Superstar.
Oh, right. Is that the one that has like 20 games or,
Yeah, I think so.
obviously-
Yeah.
I always
That-
loved the duel one, the duel mini game. That was always fun to me.
Oh yeah, and there were 2 Kirby games included.
Yeah, the Kirby.
Oh yeah, there's Dream Course, like the golf
mini golf one.
Yeah,
yeah, that was cool. I was surprised because I had never played Dreamland before, but they were doing like very unique art styles, and I always thought it was Yoshi's Island that started it all with like the kind of pastel-y art style. But if you look at Kirby's Dream Land, it looks like colored pencil. And that theme of like artistry has like gone through all the Kirby games and all the Yoshi games since. Like there was clay and there was Woolly World, and just thought that was interesting that even
Crafted World.
Crafted, yeah.
Yeah.
Even back on the SNES, they were trying to bang that stuff out.
Yep.
I don't know. I've had a lot of fun playing the SNES. Have you guys? Do you think it was a good release? Do you think they?
Yeah, I think they did a good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find myself playing those games more often than the NES games.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The NES
I have
games.
Go ahead.
They don't. I mean, a majority of them don't hold up.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Super Metroid, Link's Awakening, Super Mario World will always be masterpieces.
Yep. Masterpiece. I'm almost done with Mario World. I'm doing pretty good.
I'm already, like, I was playing before we started recording, and I was playing for, like, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I got through the first 2 worlds already.
Yeah.
I finished it, but I did some rewinding near the end.
That's okay. We'll still give you the victory.
It was like, I just want to see the end. I don't even care.
You could totally cheese it, too. You could just go through the Star World and get to the back door of Bowser's Castle.
It's true.
I found Star World, but I apparently didn't have, like, one of the colored blocks that I had to hit, and so I couldn't access the next area of Star World.
You think we'll get Super Mario All-Stars?
Oh, I hope so.
I don't know, and if we do, I think it's going to come late because we already have 1, 2 lost levels and 3 on the NES version. So,
yeah, I'd be surprised if they doubled down on that.
All right, then I guess let's wrap this section up and move on. If you had to pick one game that's not on there that you want on there, what would it be?
Tetris Attack.
Street Fighter 2.
Cam?
Oh, that's tough. I don't even know.
I know mine is.
Super Mario RPG.
Jinx.
I thought you were saying Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, fine. You can have Super Mario RPG. I think I'm just in the mood to play that game again, and I've played the country games like so recently, but I have not played Super Mario RPG, so I'm excited to play that game again. Cool. Well, I'm very happy for the SNES. I think that was one of the coolest announcements of the Direct. Before we get into our next story, let's take a very, very short commercial break.
So you just woke up from your 100-year slumber, and you are ready to make Hyrule your oyster. Not with that bone density, you ain't. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Studies have shown bone density rapidly plummets with years of slumber, and unless you want to go through the pain of being a limp noodle on your quest,
he needs some milk!
You're gonna need a tall glass of milk. Milk will let you climb mountains, decimate your adversaries, give you the strength to get the waifu, and it's a great beverage to drink while you listen to wonderful podcasts like the PackCast on iTunes and Spotify. So don't forget to drink your milk, or you could end up like this guy.
Next up, we're going to be talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because we had a lot of really cool news. We had a character drop that day, Banjo and Kazooie, which I called, by the way. And I freaked out and just started screaming because I had said, like, he's going to drop. And everyone was like, it's not fall yet. They said he was coming in fall. But he came out and he dropped on 9/4, which is still technically the end of summer.
Do you want a medal? What do you want? You want a medal?
No! I just want to be excited. And I want people to recognize.
Have a
All
cookie.
right. Thank you very much. Who else was excited about Banjo?
Oh, he's so fun to use. Have you guys tried him yet?
Oh,
Yeah, I
he
tried
is overpowered.
No. I think he is well balanced. He's the most balanced character they've released so far.
In DLC? Possibly.
In DLC.
Yeah.
He plays a lot like Mario in the combination of Duck Hunt.
Uh-huh.
And I love him. He's my
He's
favorite
great.
DLC fighter so far.
He is also my favorite DLC fighter. Not just for nostalgia reasons and that I love Banjo-Kazooie. I just really like how he plays. Like, he's very physical. He's, like, in your face. He hits really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that, what's the golden feather move?
I don't know.
Anyways, the golden feather, like, charge move is just, like, you can knock people off.
That might be OP. That one might be
Yeah,
able to OP that move.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool, but I'm so happy. It's all I wanted.
The music is amazing too.
Yeah, how many? 10 tracks, I think.
10 tracks, yeah, 10 tracks.
Man, that's so cool, and I like the stage, and
His Final Smash is cool.
Yeah, Jiggy. I don't forget what it's called, but with all the Jiggies, not the Jiggies, Jinjos, right? Yeah, all the birds.
Anybody else was super excited for Banjo or have played Banjo?
Nope.
I did like 1 or 2 matches with him. It was kind of cool to play, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I really like him. He's like he's such a cool character.
1v1 me, John.
Banjo
versus
v Banjo.
That'd be fun. I want to do that. Okay, so some other news. I guess we'll move on from Banjo. The less exciting news, in my opinion, was the Smash character reveal. We reported on it last week. An SNK character is coming to Smash. It was revealed. It was leaked. Blah, blah, blah. And that character was Terry Bogard of the Fatal Fury franchise.
Who even is that?
Oh no, you just triggered so many people.
I know. So many people are triggered, but you know who's not triggered and is on 100% agreement with Cam? Me.
All right. So I understand, like, it is disappointing, but there's going to be another fighter pass at least.
Yeah, do you want to know why they have to do that? It's because they announced this character and the whole internet was going to explode and just attack Nintendo if they weren't like, no, it's not just 5. It's not this Terry Bogard random guy.
I think he looks pretty cool, actually. I think he's a pretty cool looking character.
I will say that it is cool that they included a character from a famous fighting franchise in a very big fighting game. It's a fighting guy in a fighting game. Like, that's cool. Pay homage to like what came before you. But dude, nobody knows who this guy is. I mean, nobody.
At least he has a name.
The average gamer did not know who Terry Bogard was until this announcement came out.
At least he has a name, though, unlike the hero.
It's also just not as exciting when, like, he's a fighting character. So when we have the trailer that reveals, like, oh, what does he do? The same thing he does in his game.
He does his moves. He does his moves.
It's not like, oh, what is Banjo gonna do? Because he's never been in a fighting game before.
Yeah.
So is there a character called? I don't know much about Smash, but is there a character called Ken?
Yes.
Yeah.
From
and that's from Street Fighter Ken?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Street Fighter Ken.
So there is precedent from having a fighter from another fighting series.
Yeah, there's Ryu and Ken.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's just another one, and that's cool.
I think that's a cool idea, having crossovers. I really would love to see a Mortal Kombat character, or even a Tekken character.
Ooh, what Mortal Kombat character would you like to see?
it would have to be Scorpion.
Scorpion or Sub-Zero, or both.
Or maybe Raiden.
Raiden would be cool, too.
Yeah, Raiden would be cool.
It's just like those characters don't fit in the Nintendo universe.
Yeah.
Watch you just end up with Johnny Cage. I was like, oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. What was I going to say? Final thoughts on Terry Bogard. I guess it's cool that we're getting new characters, and I think that Smash has now become a big thing in the competitive fighting scene. So having another character from like a competitive fighting game is cool for that community, and you know that community could be shown some love. Like, it's not the only people, like, not just people who have Nintendo 64 nostalgia are the people playing Smash. People who are playing Smash competitively are the dudes who came up playing Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, Mortal Kombat, and for them to get like a cool character like that was probably very exciting for them.
And there's 75 other characters, so choose somebody else.
Yeah, just play somebody else.
Yeah. How many of the like core competitive Smash players do you think get upset at new releases? Like, oh, here's another character I'll have to learn to counter, learn to play with.
Well, yeah, they get upset. A lot of people were upset with Joker.
Well, Joker won Evo. A Joker won Evo this year. So they use the DLC fighters.
Yeah.
So it's more positive than negative. You think?
I'm sure there's always going to be negativity. There's always people are. There's
internet.
Two sides to this.
Yeah.
Also, it's the internet. Yeah.
There's people saying,
True.
why are you saying this person doesn't deserve to be in here? And then there's the other side saying this person doesn't belong to be in here. So it's like whatever. You don't have to buy it.
There's a lot of characters in Smash, and yeah, exactly. You don't have to play as him.
Why'd we get Terry Bogard before Waluigi?
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see him with the new, like, non-specific, like, this is the third-party roster. This is what people have been talking about, that, like, this Fighter Pass is the third-party roster, and that we'll start to see more Nintendo characters again afterwards. So, like, maybe Waluigi's still in the works.
We're going to get up to 100 characters. There's no doubt in my mind that there will be 100 characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I think that this really is going to be the ultimate version, and Sakurai is not going to make another one after this.
Yeah. That's probably why they're making all these characters, because he's like, we're not going to make another one.
He won't lead it.
Yeah. He said
this is magnum opus.
He said, yeah, kinda. He said in the not in the direct, but in the banjo thingy at the end, he said that this is like the only time that like this many fighters will ever be together, and that's why he's working so hard. So,
how crazy would it be to add Sakurai as a playable character?
You can just make him as a Mii.
Yeah, make him as a Mii.
Yeah.
Speaking of Miis, there were some new Mii costumes. We got Zero from the Mega Man X franchise. I got overexcited and I thought we were going to get Mega Man X. But we got Zero. We got Proto Man from Mega Man, who's like Mega Man's nemesis with the red shield and the red costume. We got Sans from Undertale, which people freaked out about.
Yeah.
We got
there's some music track with that too, right?
Yeah,
music track for that.
Which is cool because that track is pretty banging. And then we got Team Rocket, female and male skins for Team Rocket, which is really cool. And I don't really know this character, Goemon from Mystical Ninja, but I've seen him. He's like in my memory of
I'm
like
actually
being
surprised
around on posters and stuff.
I'm surprised that Mystical Ninja wasn't one of the titles on the SNES online service.
Do you think we go get later?
Probably. I mean, I thought they would have him because, you know, they have the like cross promotion with the SNES games, but whatever. It's a Mii fighter costume.
Yes, of all the Mii fighters, the big news was Sans. People were wanting Sans to be a playable fighter, and now they gave him a song. They gave him a pretty faithful Mii costume. Like that, he looks like Sans.
Yeah.
A lot of the Mii fighters are like, oh yeah, like I get it. It's a Mii wearing a costume.
Looks like a cosplay, yeah.
Yeah, but like that looks like Sans minus like the little gun. And I was confused. Why is he a gunner and not a brawler?
I have no idea.
In the game, doesn't he like fight you physically and not with a gun that's shaped like a dragon?
That dragon thing has something to do with his character. I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't finish Undertale yet, so I don't know.
Neither did I. Let us know in the comments down below because we didn't finish Undertale. Let's speed up a little bit. Home run contest. I really did not think that this was. I thought it was not going to be in it, and the fact that they brought it in was so exciting because I spent so many hours on Nintendo GameCube doing home run contest on that.
I love that mode. It's
so fun.
I did you play the new one yet? I feel
Not
like
yet,
they
not
nerfed the. You know how Ganondorf, you could kind of do
you could do
reverse
the thing and then turn, and it would like punch it like a million miles away.
I think they nerfed that because I tried it and it didn't work. It didn't go as far as him hitting it with a baseball bat.
Makes sense. I think that's not what the good Sakurai had intended.
Well, that's what he said. He's like, that's not how you play this game.
Yeah, he wants you to hit with a baseball bat. So who's excited? I'm excited.
I think I played the mode like once or twice, but it sounds cool.
I'd never even heard of it before then, but if it's a favorite from the past series, cool that they brought it back.
Yeah, it's super cool. Super
They
cool.
did. He sadly did say that it's probably the last game mode that they're adding to the game.
Just fine.
Well, I was hoping for
much.
target. What's it? Break the targets.
Break the targets.
Break the targets.
I like that one. Yeah.
But I guess he would have to do one for every single character.
I'm okay with just collecting those golden orbs. That's fine with me. Okay, so then he also said, we briefly touched on this, more characters will be released in the future. Was anybody expecting that?
Yes.
I was hoping
not.
that. I wasn't expecting it.
I thought that this was it. I thought
No,
DLC
I thought
pack
for
was
sure they sold like 15 million units, and they start the DLC thing, and they're gonna continue to do it. Like that's not surprising.
Makes sense. Who's your pick? I mean, we still have one more open slot for DLC 5, but who would be your pick for first party?
First party.
First party.
Like if they go back to first party.
Yeah, but like we still have one more slot for third party.
Well, I think.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is for this
in these
new
additional characters.
But who says they're gonna be first party?
Well, I'm just asking for sake of conversation, but you can say whatever you want.
You can't say Sora. You can't say Sora.
I don't think they're. I don't think they're gonna do any first party.
Okay.
Like I feel like we have
I think
lot
they
of first
will.
party.
I think there's some series that they want to promote, like ARMS. I think they'll put an ARMS character in there.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. I like to see an ARMS character. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Spring Boy.
So we'll see Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
We do not need a new Fire Emblem character. Oh my gosh. They're hard enough. Like they're all good. Like they're hard.
Yeah, I like all the Fire Emblem characters. I can't.
I feel like that one's a given, but yeah.
Yeah, but we might get a character from them.
Is Crash Bandicoot in Smash?
No, that's
but it's a
good pick.
PlayStation property, and they've not been known to play nice.
Well, we've got the Crash Insane Trilogy on Switch, so there's a precedent.
Spyro? Could be Spyro.
Could be Spyro. All right. Final thoughts? Did anybody not get their pick in for just a random character that you think might
Did you say yours?
I mean, I'm always hoping for Sora. But everyone does that. I think he's also the number one requested third-party character.
Yeah, I saw that
for Twitter.
Yeah, for like Japan, North America, and UK, I think.
Yeah.
All right, my final thought is Waluigi. Just to throw it out there.
I hope they never put him in.
He ain't getting in.
Just a troll.
He's getting in. All right, we got to move on desperately. Let's move on to our next topic. And one of the other big games that they talked about for a little bit was Pokemon Sword and Shield. I personally think that this was maybe the weakest Pokemon announcement so far. I think we saw the least, maybe not number of things announced, but number of interesting things announced was pretty slim.
I completely disagree with you. I think it's one of the best
that's
ones.
why I said it was my opinion. And I'm entitled to it. We got 2 new Pokemon, and we'll let Cam get into that and describe them. Then we got the Curry Dex, which has been just completely memed into oblivion. And then something else that I thought it was cool before I'll shut up is Pokemon Camp. That seems so cool. To be able to just like pop up a tent and like hang out with your team like while you're in the middle of your adventure, that seems like so much fun. Like such a new spin on the thing. Like I think Cam mentioned it in his game pack video on Pokemon, was that it was sort of like secret bases. and I thought that was cool. I also sort of thought that, but I will relinquish. Those are all my major thoughts. Other than, never mind. I'll jump in when needed. Cam, what did you think?
I really liked it. I really like the Cramorant Pokemon. That I just like. Everyone's saying he looks like dumb or something like that, but I like how derpy he looks.
Do you know what it is? It's an actual bird.
Yeah,
Isn't it a dodo bird?
It's a blue-footed booby or something.
And do you know why the fish is stuck in his throat? It's kind of messed up.
And like the actual animal.
Yeah, so it's they use this bird for fishing, and they like they don't choke it, but they like wrap something around its neck so it can't swallow a fish, and they fish with this bird.
Oh, so the bird is swallowing fish, but it doesn't go into their stomach, and then they take the fish out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so messed up. There's no way
but
that's legal.
Apparently,
States.
they get fed afterwards. So.
Yeah, Pokemon is messed up in general.
But I learned that after watching this trailer, and I'm like, what the? Why would anybody do that to an animal? Like, that's messed up.
That is super messed up. So in addition to Cramorant, we also had Poltegeist. Who?
Dan, do you like this one?
Yeah.
My first thought was, what is it doing to poor Mrs. Potts?
Oh, jeez.
It's like you're killing Mrs. Potts. What's going on? So yeah, anything that breaks the teapot, I guess, would be not good. But I guess it's a fun design because it's tea related.
Mm-hmm. My thought was like, is it? And then Cam can correct me. Like Flabébé has multiple different colors depending on where it is.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe Poltegeist might have different colors based on like if it's an herbal tea or a gray tea or a lavender tea.
I think like you know like the Pokemon have like a description like like the duck Pokemon or like the dog Pokemon. It's the black tea Pokemon.
Ah, gotcha.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I was hoping for variants, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So actually,
I wonder if
go ahead.
Poltegeist and Alcremie will ever join forces.
For just a delicious treat.
Yes.
Speaking of Alcremie comes in 28 different flavors or forms. And
John...
if you look at the Gigantamax form of Alcremie, you can see all of the designs or like all of the colors and flavors.
Uh-huh.
In like all 28 of them are on like the Gigantamax form.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Only 3 short of Baskin Robbins.
There you go. But can we jump back to Gulp Missile, the ability for Cramorant? I forgot to mention that. So Cramorant has the ability Gulp Missile. If he uses Surf or Dive, there is a chance he comes up with a fish in his mouth.
He will. If he uses
100% chance.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a 100% chance he'll come up with a fish in his mouth, and then if he gets attacked during that, it will do damage to the Pokemon that attacked it. And then I had a question. Well, it was, is that fish in his mouth a Pokemon? Because in all Pokemon lore, there really aren't any references to animals or anything that's not a Pokemon. So is it a different form of a Pokemon we've already seen? Like, it looks a little bit like Barboach. So I thought maybe it could
I
be
don't
something
think
like
it does.
that.
The colors are like completely different. Because Barboach is like gray and blue, and
but it could be a Galarian Barboach.
It's not. It can be. I'm not saying it can't, but I'm saying it doesn't have to be. Because the way I saw it, like, yeah, it's a fish, but they could just be pushing it off as like, oh, it's like a fish that looks like a bomb or something. Like, because I thought it was really similar to like a Turtonator has this move called Shell Trap, where it'll like light up its shell, and if you hit it when it's doing that, it'll like explode on you. So I thought it was more of like a bomb thing. I don't. Yeah.
I'm curious. I think, and I just want my point to be. Phil Fantastic said on the Nintendo Direct podcast that he thinks it's a Pokemon, and I want to see what happens when the game is released. just want to be heard.
I'm not like disagreeing with you, but I'm not saying it has to be a Pokemon kind of thing.
I think it has to be a Pokemon, because otherwise, what would it be?
Who's gonna buy whose game?
Oh, no.
Nope.
Not doing it. Not doing it. I guess we can quickly get through some of this stuff because we do have 2 more stories after this. Curry decks. You want to talk about the Curry decks, Cam?
Yeah, so there are over 100 curries you can make.
They could put 100 curries into the game.
It's easy to draw a picture of a curry, not to animate a curry 8 million different ways for animations and moves.
That was the meme going around. I'm sorry.
I thought it was really similar to I don't think you guys have played. I don't know. In Diamond and Pearl, you could make poffins, and what you would do is like you would pick berries and mix them, and then you would stir them in a pot, and you'd like stir it fast so like it wouldn't burn. So like it reminded me of that a lot.
It reminds me a little bit of Pokeblocks.
Yeah, Pokeblock is similar to Poffin too.
It just made me hungry while watching this part of the video.
Also, they didn't really say what they do. Like when you eat a curry, what happens? Like, do you get any buffs or
Temporary
anything?
stat buff? Maybe. That was my assumption. I don't
Friendship
think
cool if-
level increase.
It would be cool if like they did it like that's the new like O power or like Roto power.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Like it can be stat buffs. It could be like eggs hatch faster. It could be like you get more experience points. You get random like things are cheaper. I think there's like a bargain power.
Interesting. So who's eating this curry and rice? Is it the Pokemon or is it the Pokemaster?
No, I think it's just the master.
Oh, cool. No, there's not. Lastly, there's 2 more things. What are the trainer cards? The trainer cards were collectible.
Yeah, so like you can make a card of yourself, and have like different backgrounds and borders, and you could put different poses. And like when you battle somebody online, instead of like your characters popping up, this card's gonna pop up.
Oh, okay.
So you can have yourself in like a cool pose. I don't know, stuff in the background.
That's cool. I like customizing fun stuff like that, and I love collectible cards. I've always been a fan. So
Is
that's
it
kind of
like?
a cool feature?
Is it only if you beat them in a battle, like kind of how Smash you get their Smash
I think
tag?
you can get them like that, but you can also just like share it to someone. I saw like in like the online section, it was just like, oh, do you want to like battle, do different trades, and then it was like trainer card share or something like that.
Wow. All right. Lastly, autosave. Is this a disaster for shiny hunters?
Yeah.
Yes.
So like in the trailer,
Yes, it is.
there was one scene where the character went into a door, through a door, and it said in the corner, now saving.
Yeah, but how often would it autosave though? Would it be every encounter? I feel like it wouldn't be every encounter.
Yeah, but like, let's say you're, I don't know.
If you
you're doing a hunt and then you go do something else, you may have done something that you want to like reset. You're like, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that, and then it like saved on top of your stuff. I don't think they're gonna let us do multiple save files like on the same profile, like how in Breath of the Wild there's like an auto save file and then like manual save.
Then there's some manuals. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm very curious how their save system is gonna work, or if like maybe you can save in front of the Moltres and it doesn't auto save when you encounter it, so that way you can still shiny hunt and it only auto saves in certain areas. Like
I would be okay with it if it was like toggleable. If you could turn it off, like.
Oh.
I don't think it's gonna be saving constantly, but
okay.
It's just a fear that you now have to have if it can't be turned off.
Totally.
You're just like, oh, I can't, like, let's say I'm doing a hunt, but I'm like encountering a certain thing and I can't like leave to go do something else because it may save on top of what I've done. So yeah.
Can we talk about how we're saying a game has autosave in 2019? Like literally every other game has autosave.
We can't
Yeah,
talk
but
about that, but we don't have much
But
time.
all those other games have multiple save files.
Maybe they'll have multiple save files.
That would.
It kind of would break Pokemon with
Yeah.
the way that you like get your starter and all that kind of stuff. Because then you could just trade it to yourself. I don't think Pokemon is
Yeah, there'd
is
be a
set
lot
up to
of
have more than one
duplication.
save. Yeah. So, anyways, final thoughts on Pokemon. I'm excited for camps. I'm excited for Poltergeist.
I just want it to be out. I'm sick of all of these trailers.
I've still got a bunch of Pokemon games to play.
Meh. Pokemon, not interested personally.
Very cool. All right, let's quickly speed through Animal Crossing because there wasn't a ton. There were a few things that we do need to bring up, but there wasn't a ton revealed that wasn't revealed previously during the E3 presentation. One of them, which wasn't overtly announced, but it was, if you dissect the video, you can see what's happening. There's a stamina feature where if your character is doing a lot of work, the stamina bar will deplete and you can fill it back up by eating apples and stuff, which is my least favorite thing about Stardew Valley, and I'm sort of upset that this is in the game.
Maybe it's like Minecraft and it's a survival mode versus a regular, like a creative mode. Maybe there's different modes.
I like it because now there's a point to eating food, because like in the old Animal Crossing games, like you could eat a fruit, but like why would you do that?
Why?
You could just sell that. So now there's actually a purpose for actually eating fruit.
Okay, I can see that. That makes sense. Hopefully the stamina bar doesn't deplete very quickly.
I don't want to. I highly doubt it.
Well, the trailer was like the character like uprooted a tree, and that took one stamina, and then they ate an apple and they planted it back.
Pretty strong character.
Dude, they're yoked. They're in Smash.
They just dig it up with a shovel. Yeah. One fall swoop.
They got super jacked for Smash, and then they come back and they're ripping trees out.
Also, I love that you can like pick flowers, and that doesn't like destroy the flowers.
Yeah, they can rebloom.
Oh, finally. Cool.
Yeah. One thing that I thought we were getting that I didn't see in any of the trailers is somewhere somebody said that you wouldn't have to like push the furniture around as your character anymore, and we would get the Happy Home Designer controls to where we could kind of like pick up and drag and drop our furniture with like our cursor or a mouse or something.
I think it's both. I don't think they're removing the dragging and stuff.
Okay. So that was just my main concern because they didn't show it in any of the videos.
Yeah,
so.
But yeah, I remember them saying like we're using this method going forward.
Okay, that puts me at ease a little bit.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, but something I wanted to bring up is that they said that they're going to be focusing on the 2019 games, and there were so many announcements for 2020.
I didn't remember.
Did you guys notice that?
I don't remember him saying 2019 games.
It was the tweet. It was the tweet said something of like,
yeah, well, that
2019 and beyond.
You always gotta, be prepared for their, big 2020 announcements. Like, there's no big ones, but
Animal Crossing.
Well,
Breath of the Wild 2,
knew about
Odyssey 2.
Oh no.
Let's last final thoughts on Animal Crossing. There wasn't a whole lot new. I'm also very excited. It's a very fun.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I'm excited to spend my voucher on it because that's one game that I just always want to have on my Switch to just like pop in, do a little bit of. It's just a really good like mindless game, and it's very endearing. I like that game.
I have New Leaf Digital, but I wish I had it physical. Because it's on my little 3DS, and I wish I could just play it on my 2DS XL, but I can't.
Oh well. Dan, Animal Crossing in your future?
If Mr. Rossetti won't berate me for not saving my game, then maybe.
He got fired.
That's confirmed.
There we
go. He actually lost his job.
There's probably autosave in it, so.
So yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Cool.
Maybe.
All right, now let's get on to our last topic, which is all of the ports and remasters that were announced. We got a port in Overwatch, which I was really excited about, and we predicted that. Anybody picking up Overwatch?
Yes.
I would say we. I just got
Did we predict that?
Well, it was leaked.
It was leaked, and we talked about it on the podcast. I'm not saying that like we did the forensics.
I did say that it was. I did say that it was going to be shown at this direct.
Yeah, we said that in the last podcast. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that we're digging deep into the hacking into Nintendo.
Anyway.
All right. So then, let's see. I don't know if this is a remake or a remaster because it has more content. Tokyo Mirage Session FE Sharp Encore.
That's a port.
So it's
like
it's like a enhanced port,
a definitive edition.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
So it's like a definitive edition. It's a Shin Megami Tensei mixed with Fire Emblem. I would like to play it, but I don't have any interest in paying full price for a game like that.
That game is one of these sleeper hits on Wii U. I love it so much.
That. I hear it has really good critical acclaim. It got a lot of critical acclaim.
It has amazing music. The gameplay is awesome. If you could get it on sale, I highly recommend it. It's a really good JRPG.
Nice. A game that I freaked out about, Divinity Original Sin 2, which I play on Steam with some friends. It's basically like if D&D made the perfect video game. It plays a lot like D&D. It's very story-heavy RPG from a top-down perspective. You can only move so much based on your character's speed. Like it's grid-based in that way.
Boy.
And it's grid-based and it's turn-based. So double whammy for Dan from the Tea Lounge.
You know what would make that game perfect?
What's that?
If they hired Mr. Rossetti.
Oh my god.
I heard he lost his job recently.
Just berates you every time you lose. The coolest thing, though, that they announced was you can transfer your save file from Steam, and this game is long. It is a massive, epic story. So to be able to play it on your computer where I've been playing it, and then transfer that save file onto my Switch, and then take it on the go for a trip, and be able to still play it, that is a huge selling point for me, and I think that was a really important choice by the developers to do that. Have you guys any experience with this game at all?
I watched you stream it the one time.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I was like, I've never played this, but I think I've heard Phil talk about this. But I was like,
I remember, I think you were playing with StepDub.
Yeah.
This was a while ago. And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
crazy.
Looks interesting.
It's so cool. It's got dwarves and magic and all that geeky stuff, man. That you can just
I like the art, like the cover art. I like that.
Yeah. It's very, very cool. And the characters are well done. The voice acting is really good. Anyways, moving on.
It sounds like the opposite of a game I would want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you would like this one.
It's very fantasy, very, old school. Okay. So Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition was the last thing that they announced. Cool.
It looks good. Like,
yeah, it looks
that
good.
game is good. But it's already been ported to the 3DS, and I already have it on Wii. I have it.
I don't think this is a port. This is like a remake.
Well, I think it's an up-res. I don't think they...
No, those are different models. If you compare them side by side, it's like night and day.
I feel like this pretty much guarantees we're getting Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch, though.
That game's trash.
Because, like, they got to have the full collection on there now. You can't have Xenoblade Chronicles 1, then Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I feel like Chronicles
2,
1 and Chronicles 2 are a little bit more of a package deal than X. X is sort of like this futuristic offshoot in the same game style. I don't think it really, for what I can tell, is like, the same kind of deal. But I don't know what I'm talking about.
I can't believe they closed it with this.
Yeah, that was a weird choice. And then, I guess briefly, because they're on the list, Assassin's Creed Black Flag / Rogue. If they, what are they going to put Black Flag on next? Like, my toaster? How many things can they put Black Flag on? Who cares about that game?
I played halfway through that on Wii U, and I got bored and I just stopped.
Yeah, there's a house in Skyrim that plays Black Flag.
Find it. They're gonna port Black Flag.
People find Black Flag to be the best Assassin's Creed game, though.
I mean, it's a cool game, but I'm over it. It's so old and done with, and it's been ported 100 times. It's a 360 game. Get over it. Dude, sorry, I'm getting real spicy. And then Doom 64 is another game I couldn't care less about. So if you guys want to talk about it, feel free. I think
it's cool.
I think it's cool how all the Doom, like pretty much all the Doom games are going to be on Switch.
It's nice to see how much a company is devoted to supporting the Switch when other companies just refuse.
Oh,
Thank you, Bethesda, and screw you, EA.
I was watching football yesterday, and I'm like, man, I wish I could be playing Madden right now.
Yeah.
On my Switch and watch football.
But you can't.
Nope,
you can get a
can't.
second TV instead of a PS4 if you want. Because that's where you're going to play it, according to EA. All right.
You could be playing Doom 64 while you watch football.
That's true.
Good. Maybe not the same feeling. All right, let's hammer out the end of this podcast, guys. Thank you so much. This week's major new releases, September 10th, we've got Blasphemous coming out on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Don't really know what that game's about.
Game looks so cool. It's a 2D Dark Souls.
Oh, wow.
It looks amazing. Look up a trailer.
We've got PES 2020, which is the FIFA competitor. It's a soccer game coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We've got Greedfall coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We've got NASCAR Heat 4 coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And NHL 20, I always like the NHL games, coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. That's all on the 10th. And then on the 13th, we have got Borderlands 3 coming out on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and in November it's coming out on Google Stadia. That is probably the biggest release this week. And then the biggest Switch release this week is Daemon X Machina, the mech-based game that has had I don't know how many betas and tech demos.
I think there's a demo out right now.
Just so many times to try it. And so many times of me being like, yeah, I'll try it.
It's been so long since that game was announced.
I know.
It's apparently better now. Like, people have been playing the new demo, and it's better than the initial demo.
I heard they fixed a lot of things based on viewer feedback. Or
That's amazing.
Like,
Nobody's
feedback.
Nobody's going to buy that game, though.
I'll get it for 20. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for dissecting this direct with me. It was super fun. We have a Discord in the description, guys, and we have our individual channels down in the description. Please don't forget to check this out. Before we leave, though, we always like to talk about what we're playing, what we're doing. I'll start us off by saying I'm playing Super Mario World. Almost got a beat on the SNES online service. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I'm trying to unlock all my parts. And Mario Kart 7, because I'm trying to also unlock all my parts. I'm just playing Mario Kart on my 3DS and my Switch for some reason. I don't know why. I just had like a crazy urge to do it. What about you, John?
I'm playing Astral Chain. I play a little bit more of that, and that is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Like, the combat's weird. You don't control the Legion. Like, he fights on his own. It's weird.
Interesting.
Then I'm playing Gears 5 when the servers work. They had an atrocious...
Xbox is having some hard times.
Yeah. On Friday, you could not even sign into Xbox.
Wow.
Didn't that also affect Mixer?
Yeah, you couldn't sign to anything Microsoft.
Hey, yeah.
Fix your stuff, boys. All right. Dan, what are you up to?
Super Mario Odyssey Damageless, priority number 1 for me to get all 880 moons.
Dude, you're gonna do it, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see it happen.
Yep. And then when those runs have died, I've switched over to like Metal Gear Solid 2. I've done some Puyo Puyo with viewers on the SNES Online. Played some Super Mario World. But yeah, Mario Odyssey, priority number 1.
Don't get killed by a seaweed, man.
Oh,
seriously,
gosh, I laughed so hard.
The stupidest thing. So when you're a cheap, you shake the controller and he does a spin attack. You could just keep doing that and he keeps spinning. This seaweed walked through my attack and ignored it completely and hit me. So bogus.
How many hours did you have in before you lost?
Like 3-ish.
That's not so bad. But
yeah, it wasn't too bad, but
you got spanked
if not
by some seaweed.
The only... That was probably the most bogus death so far. So dumb.
Oh my gosh. All right, Camilo, bring us home.
So I've been playing a bunch of Pokemon Go because like the Ultra Bonus is going on right now, and that's been tons of fun. I've also been shiny hunting a Marshtomp, and I'm already on phase 3 to try to get it. I've been hunting this thing since like the end of July.
Wow.
And I think in total I've done about 4,500 encounters, and I've got a shiny Paris and a Poliwag trying to get this thing. I don't have the Marshtomp yet.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That wraps up all of what we're playing, what we're doing. Make sure to absolutely check out our individual channels. Please, I am on YouTube. We've got John on YouTube and Mixer. We've got Dan on Twitch and on YouTube. And we've got Camillo on Twitch and on YouTube. Check out all the links in the description. Check out all the new videos. We're now putting out more videos that are news related as stories drop. And while we wait for like the podcast to happen every week, we're going to be dropping those stories as they happen day of, so that you're always getting the stories as they happen. But yeah, again, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, John. And thank you guys for watching. Take care and take care of each other. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.